I want to talk to you. I understand you've been saying around the Pueblo that it was my fault that your place burned.
I've been saying that with 1 barrel of water, I could have put the fire out when I first found it. And you would not let me have 1 barrel of water.
I am sorry your place burned. When you start to rebuild, I will send my vaqueros over to lend a hand, but don't intimate that it was my fault.
You keep your vaqueros off of my property or I shoot them down the way you tried to shoot me.
Miguel, Don Hilario was only trying to be helpful.
I don't want his help. I just hope someday you see your place burn and you know what it's like to stand and not be able to do anything to stop it.
The Walt Disney Studio presents Zorro, starring Guy Williams.
You thief! We warn you to stay away! You want water? Well, how do you like this? This time we let you live. But next time you steal water, you will drown in it. I promise you that.
This will teach you to steal our water.
Let's get out of here.
If he comes and takes my water, that's like taking my life's blood. I can't let him do that.
Most of us, we feel that the water does not belong to any one person. It's just circumstance that the spring happens to be on your property, mine, or anyone else's.
I agree, Diego. When there was plenty of water, I used only what I needed, and the rest belonged to those downstream from me. They were welcome to it.
I think they feel they have some rights, at least to a share of it when the supply is low.
I am not going to quibble about it. I am not going to let people drive onto my property and take water from my springs when there's barely enough to meet my minimum needs.
Well, can you tell me what they're going to do? They can't get along without it.
You ask, what are they going to do? I don't know. Fortunately, that is not my problem. I have 500 head of cattle and barely enough water to see them through if I'm lucky. And I'm not going to watch my cattle die while some fool pours water into the sand, trying to make an orchard out of a desert.
Buenos dias, Don Diego. Don Hilario. You wanted to see me, Don Hilario? Oh, gracias, Don Diego.
Sergeant, it is your responsibility, is it not, to uphold law and order?
Si.
Well, then I want you to protect my property. I'm getting sick and tired of this business being robbed blind and nothing done about it.
Someone is robbing you, Don Hilario? Well, do you have a list of the things that were stolen?
I do not need any list. It's water.
It is. It tastes like wine to me.
Water from my springs.
Oh, you mean it is water that was stolen from you?
Isn't that what I just said?
Si.
Sergeant, I want you to go get Miguel Roberto. Place him under arrest. Lock him up in your jail and keep him there.
You mean Miguel? He is the one? But surely you don't want to put him in jail for such a little thing.
I don't blame you for being upset, Don Hilario. But isn't this a little drastic?
Right now, water is more valuable than gold. Why shouldn't a man be arrested if he steals it?
But to arrest a man, to put him in jail just for stealing water, it's...
All right. I'll tell you straight. If Miguel Roberto places 1 foot on my property, if he steals so much as 1 more drop of water from me, Then he'll be shot down like any other thief.
Sergeant, Don Hilario, he's always been such a gentleman, except when things don't go exactly the way he wants them to.
See, Don Diego, such a big fuss about the water.
Well, it's the old saying, you never miss the water until the well runs dry.
I don't know, Don Diego. Lots of wells have run dry, and I have never missed the water.
Seriously, Sergeant, we do have a difficult situation. As the drought continues and the water supply gets lower, our men are going to become more and more on edge. Their tempers are going to grow short. And the responsibility for keeping everything under control is going to fall on your shoulders.
I know, Don Diego. I just hate to see poor Miguel lose everything, after he's worked so hard, and for so many years. Well, adios, my good friend.
We have you outnumbered. Put down your musket and raise your hands.
You have no right to do that. It was not loaded.
You have no right to steal the water.
Get up there, smash those barrels.
No, please, Don Hilario. You have no right to do this. You cannot stop me from driving my wagon on the King's Highway.
Tell me what I have a right to do.
You up there! Stop that! What's going on here?
I told you, Sergeant, that if this man continued to steal water from me, that I would treat him like any other thief.
Why do you do this, Miguel? Do you want to get yourself shot?
This is not Don Hilario's land. This is the King's Highway, and I have a right to be here. If I'd stolen water, would my barrels be empty?
That is true. Don Hilario, I must ask you to put down your musket. Please?
Well, make up your mind, Sergeant. Are you upholding justice or obstructing it?
Please, Don Hilario, do not do something foolish that you will be sorry for. That is my job.
All right, Sergeant. I will leave it to you and your lancers. But if any water is taken from my place, I will render it out of your hide. Come on.
As for you, Miguel, you get back on that wagon and just turn around and go right back home.
You can't do this. Do you think you can keep all the water for yourself and no one else can even ride on the King's Highway?
Look, Bernardo, everything is dying. It's so dry. If it would only rain, that would solve all our problems.
Bernardo, look.
I was afraid this would happen. Come, maybe we can help.
There it is, Don Diego. All I have built, all I've worked for. With one barrel of water, I could have put the fire out. It would have got no farther than the shed. If Don Hilario hadn't stopped me, I would have had water here to put it out.
Don Hilario did not cause the drought. Neither did the Lancers. Some things we just have to learn to accept.
You'll excuse me, Don Diego.
I will not have it, Diego. I am sorry for Miguel Roberto. It is most unfortunate his home burned. But I will not have him intimating that it was my fault.
You cannot blame him for being bitter, Don Hilario. He spent most of his life building that small rancho.
But why should he be so bitter toward me? Was it my idea to have a drought? Does he think I like it this way? You see this, Don Diego? Just sold off half my cattle. Almost had to give them away. But I was afraid there wouldn't be enough water to see them all through. Half of what they were worth.
You sent for me, Don Diego?
Yes, I did.
I want to talk to you. I understand you've been saying around the Pueblo that it was my fault that your place burned.
I've been saying that with one barrel of water, I could have put the fire out when I first found it. And you would not let me have one barrel of water.
I am sorry your place burned. When you start to rebuild, I will send my vaqueros over to lend a hand. But don't intimate that it was my fault.
You keep your vaqueros off of my property or I shoot them down the way you tried to shoot me.
Miguel, Don Hilario was only trying to be helpful.
I don't want his help. I just hope someday you see your place burn and you know what it's like to stand and not be able to do anything to stop it.
I meant to ask you, what plans have you made to rebuild?
There's no reason to rebuild. Nothing to rebuild with.
May I help you?
You and your father, you have already done too many things for me. I can accept no more.
You can consider this a loan. You can pay me back later.
No, Patron. If something should happen to me, I have nothing of value to leave my son. But at least I do not leave him with debts to pay.
One way or another, Miguel, we have to help each other.
Now, it is no use, Don Diego. My orange trees, one by one, they are dying for lack of water. It is a sad thing, Don Diego. You see a poor little tree dying, nothing you can do to help it.
I'm sure it is.
People do not understand. A tree, it is a living thing. Its roots, they reach out for water. When they cannot find it, slowly it dies.
But Miguel, this is no reason to give up. If a tree dies, you plant another one. And if a house burns down, you rebuild it.
I will not let my trees die. It is not fair. Somehow I will get water. Gracias, Don Diego.
Sergeant Garcia, Scheumann.
Buenos dias, Don Diego.
Well, Sergeant, what brings you here at this hour?
It is a sad day, Don Diego. No time for breakfast after a long night's sleep I didn't get.
What's the problem?
You were at the tavern yesterday, weren't you, Don Diego, when Miguel Roberto said he was going to burn down Don Hilario's house?
One moment. I was there yesterday when Miguel was there, but I never heard him say that.
Well, anyhow, he did it.
What?
Burn down Don Hilario's house.
Well, I don't believe it, Sergeant. Oh, he was upset, naturally. He may have said a few things, but burn down Don Hilario's house? No.
Then will you tell these things to the magistrado, please, Don Diego? This is what I came to ask you.
Of course I will.
Your loyalty to Miguel Roberto is commendable, Diego. But do you not owe some loyalty to Don Hilario?
I agree. It's unfortunate that Don Hilario's house burned down, but he's a wealthy man. He can take care of himself.
You might as well know it now, and the entire Pueblo will know it before long. After the fire was out, they found Don Hilario's body.
The patron, he was always good to us. See, he was a good man.
So you see, it is not just a simple case of burning down a house for revenge. It is now a case of murder.
One moment. You still do not have proof that Miguel did this.
You think not? We have evidence to prove that Don Hilario was robbed and killed even before the fire was started. The fire was intended to cover the crime. Miguel's musket was found at the scene. And when Miguel was arrested, see what we found in his possession. This bag of gold coins.
May I see Miguel?
Explain it to him, Sergeant.
Well, that will be a little difficult, Don Diego. You see, when the Lancers were bringing Miguel into the Pueblo, he somehow got away from them.
Now, since they no longer have their jobs, these two vaqueros are planning to leave for Sonora. But I wanted to hold this meeting before they go. Here they go. Thank you for coming in so promptly, Don Diego.
Con permiso.
Now, Sergeant, I'm offering a reward of 1,500 pesos for the capture of Miguel Roberto, dead or alive.
Consider me your friend, eh?
Last night, El Zorro, when you came to my home and gave me the 2,000 pesos to rebuild, I was very happy. Today the money almost got me hung. Was this what you wanted?
Why was your musket found next to Don Hilario's body?
I do not know. Unless Don Hilario used it to defend himself.
Where would he get it?
His vaqueros, Murillo, Tonio. They took it away from me on the King's Highway and they would not give it back. Perhaps Don Hilario took it from them.
Maybe they saw their chance to rob and kill Don Hilario, knowing the blame would fall on you. Let's find out. Follow me to Don Hilario's hacienda.
Could at least wait until morning. Do not be stupid. The sooner we get away, the better.
You are right, senores. In fact, it may be too late even now.
With El Zorro dead, we will have another 2,000 pesos reward to divide between us. $2,000 pesos. Just keep pointing to him.
I'll take care of this one.
Not so fast, senor.
Next week, a lovely senorita is the victim of cruel deception.
Senorita, I will try to tell you once more. Your father does not live in Los Angeles.
Senorita, I give you advice.
It is better to live in Spain than to die in California.
You have news for me about my father?
Join us next week and help Zorro solve the mystery of the missing father.